Hey guys, how's it going? DUJ2 here, and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key. Okay, before I start this video, I am going to say right now, I am not going to pull in this video, okay? Or no, I was gonna be like, or am I? No, I'm not. I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this Epic Metal Carnival, guys. So there's three big things I want to talk about in this Epic Metal Carnival. The first thing I want to talk about is the No Mercy. The second thing I want to talk about are the drop rates. And the third thing I want to talk about is if I recommend you guys to pull right now, or if I'm going to pull right now, because I'm not going to recommend something and then do something else, you know. Yes, I do have... I was preparing for a really good metal banner, okay? And because of that, I did purchase quite a bit of jewels in preparation for this, you know, getting ready to pull. So let's talk No Mercy. We experienced the No Mercy pulls in the World of Final Fantasy banner. But in the World of Final Fantasy banner, it was a different situation. The No Mercy pulls were definitely a different situation. It wasn't the same. Okay. The No Mercy situation. Do we still have it here? We probably don't even have him here, do we? Okay, it's 3. No, we don't have him anymore, unfortunately. Wow, that actually went by pretty fast. We've had a lot of notices and updates. So the no mercy means that you do not get a, like right here. See down here where it says guarantee within a certain number of pulls. If you just recently started playing this game, that's what it means. It means, you know, you pull a certain amount of times during a banner, a carnival, or deal, and you get, if you don't get the medal after a certain number of pulls, you're guaranteed to get it. During the World of Final Fantasy event, we saw only one tier 4 medal. It was Sora. Now, it is true that in the Japanese version, Sora was a tier 5, and all the World of Final Fantasy medals were tier 4s. They were a little bit more powerful, actually quite a bit more powerful. But in our game, if they had released them exactly the same, the power difference would have been just way too much for us to handle, and we wouldn't have been able to do it. It wouldn't have been a feasible way of playing our game. So, and we talked about this. We talked about this and the fact that the medals could possibly be reduced, and they were, and it's fine. The World of Final Fantasy medals are extremely powerful nonetheless. They have seriously advanced my personal game and a lot of people's games. They're great medals. They're great medals. Now, in that event, I personally pulled 20 times, I believe. Yeah, I believe I pulled 20 times in that event. And I pulled for two reasons. I pulled for the first reason because the World of Final Fantasy medals were amazing and are still amazing. They are what's carried me in everything I've done ever since I've got them. And the second reason was that I really wanted to go for a, well, I really wanted a World of Final Sora, and I also wanted to get Ariel and Flounder, because I wanted to be able to gilt that medal in preparation for future possible Proud Mode and other challenges that might come in the future. I wanted a +3 multiplier, a +3 general strength up, gilted. I wanted that, and we're gonna get to the gilting part after, and what makes something worth pulling or not. But during that event, many people, including myself, pulled with the hopes of getting a Sora. There are people who pulled 20 times, like myself. There are people who pulled 30 times, 40 times, 50 times, 60 times, and more without a single Sora. And there are people who pulled 5 times and got one. There's people who pulled 20 times and got enough and got 2 of them and were able to gilt them. So it was very varied, but the one medal that you needed to be able to get a very high score challenge points in your high score challenge, that was the Sora. Even though I was able to do it, and if you guys haven't seen that, that was very exciting. And again, thank you very much to Monster D-Face for helping me out in that one. That's the other reason for pulling in these carnivals. So let's go over here really quick, and let's look over here. So as I was saying, this is what they go hand in hand. Okay, so you've got this current banner that we have, and we have this high score challenge. The only way to get a high score in this high score challenge is by having the percentage medals. Obviously, Ursula's at 21%. You want Ursula's. It seems like every single high score challenge, to be able to get the high ranking, or to be able to get the prizes, which that's not what I want to see. I want to see the prizes. To rewards, to be able to get all the rewards, in this case 23 million points, it seems you need about 84%. That seems to be kind of like the cutoff mark. You need in the mid 80s, upper 80s to be able to get that. And to be able to accomplish that, you would have to go in with 4 Ursulas for the 21%. I've been hearing people have been getting over that, going in with 70 something percent. I don't know. I don't know if that's possible yet or not, but we'll see. We'll see in the future if it's possible. But that's the thing. There is absolutely no way ever you can ever reach this pointage without the percentage boost. I maxed out 11.46 mil. I'm probably going to run it a few more times tonight, trying to employ the L method more effectively in this high score challenge. I think I can get anywhere between 12.5 to 14 million in points. And I think that's what I can cap out at. I think that's what the max that I can get with 0% bonus. But there is absolutely no way that you can reach this 24 million points without a percentage bonus. And how do you get that percentage bonus? Well, you have either a friend who shares an Ursula, which we have one. Thank you very much to Sentiel for pulling. So you either do that or you pull yourself. There is no other way. And that's what makes the high score challenges now so... They are indeed pay to win. I mean, that's just what we're looking at. They are, without a doubt, without any other veil upon them, they are completely and 100% pay to get the medal. In this case, the medals that we have are, let's see, the Mickey and the SDGB. So Mickey is a fine medal. Both of these are going to ignore the target's attributes, which means they are going to be kind of like the they're going to be kind of like the what's it called, the World of Final Fantasy medals. I don't exactly know what their percentages are and how their strength and everything is. So it's kind of like a who knows. Secondly, this one is single and this one is an all target for 1 cost. The SCGB looks just wonderful. Deals 7 extremely powerful hits that ignore target's attributes. It's a beautiful medal. That is indeed a medal that would be wonderful to have gilded and in your Keyblades. But again, to be able to accomplish this, you have to hit 23 million. How do you hit 23 million? You have to spend money. Okay, so we've got that down. We understand what the high score challenge is. Without any, I mean, plain and simple, the high score challenges are designed for you to spend money. You have to spend jewels to be able to get the medals, to be able to get these medals. There's no other way around it. There's absolutely no other way around it. For those of you who don't know, there used to be high score challenges way before where you could actually farm points. So if you went in and you had enough time and a humongous amount of RNG, you could just stay on one enemy letting it heal, hitting it, letting it heal, hitting it. And there were people who were able to accomplish very high scores with that technique. Granted, in the one, I remember there was one where there was a morning star, and it was in the Seven Dwarfs cottage. There was one where you could do it there, and I do know people who did it, and they spent 3-4 hours farming the points there, and they were players who didn't have any of the heavy hitting or any of the percentage medals, and they were able to accomplish it. Now, again, if you have 3 or 4 hours to do that, and the patience and the RNG to do it, I kind of feel like you deserve to get it. And to me personally, it was a very positive thing that existed in the game, that existed as an option in the game. The fact that if you had the dedication and the time to try and get the points, farm the points in that method, I kind of feel like, you know what, that's great. Anyone could do it, but the people who had the dedication and patience to do it and the RNG were rewarded for doing it. Okay, so we're done. Okay, so that's it. That's what the medals are. That's the explanation of what No Mercy is, what the high score challenge is, and how it all goes together. Now, let's talk about the rates. I was going to pull up our channel, our poll channel, and show you guys and just go through here. I have been sent so many tweets. I have been sent so many DMs. I have been sent so much stuff of people showing me and saying, oh my goodness, look, I got Ursula on the first poll. I got a KeyArt. I got Ursula and KeyArt on my second poll. I got KeyArt. I can guild KeyArt in my fourth poll. But at the same time, there is a lot of people who have pulled 5, 10, 15, 20 times, and these people have not gotten a single one of these medals. I pulled last night at the end of my video. I didn't even screenshot the poll. I actually should go and find my video, and I should take a look at it and take a look at the polls there, because I do remember that I just remember looking at the poll and being like, you know what? Actually, we can just go look at my newest medals. Yeah, because it's the newest medals I pulled. So let's do that. Let's organize it by newest, and we should be able to see all the new medals. Okay, so here we are. So I got one shark. I got one hell. Well, actually, I got a lot of the new ones. I got a goofy bee. I got a Recuplica. I got a crocodile. I got a uniform Kyra with attack boost 1. I got a piglet. I got a Lark's A. I got Final Form Sora and Aladdin, both with the 3 orbs, and I got a Young King. Well, that's the one I got from the High Score Challenge. So these right here are the medals, that are the 10 medals that I got right here and right here. Actually, the fact that I got 3 of the new medals, that's actually not so bad. I kind of wish some of them would have been orb, but you know, it's fine. So that was my pull. I know there's a lot of people saying that they've increased the chances and the odds of getting the medals in this banner. And to that I have to say, it's very possible that they have. It's very possible that the chance of getting one of these medals, let's say normally it's a 1% chance to get one of the premium medals. It's very possible that right now they've taken it to 20%. But this is the thing. It could be that right now there's a guy at Square Enix who just took all of these percentages down to 0.001%. And it could be that tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. they increase the rates to 80%. It could be they're not doing that at all. It could be that they're at a fixed rate. This is the thing. We have no guarantee for anything. There is absolutely no guarantee of these medals being guaranteed at all. Because if that were the case, if there was a higher percentage of pulling one of the premium medals, then there'd be a lot of people out there, everyone who had pulled. You know what? Our pull channel, everyone who's pulled like 5 times or 10 times, everyone, and I do mean everyone, should have at least one of these medals, if not more. But that's not the case. Some people pulled 1 time. There's actually a pull there of, let me see if I can't find it. There's actually a pull here of someone who pulled and got 3 in 1, I think it was. I forget. Well, there was one that I saw, and someone pulled 2 KeyArts, one of them boosted, and an Ursula in 1 pull. I don't know if it was their first pull. I don't know if it was their 17th pull. There's actually someone too that I was talking about, and they got an Ursula and a KeyArt on their very first pull. They kept pulling, trying to guilt it, and it wasn't until their 17th pull that they got another KeyArt. And on the way, on the other 15 pulls, they got 0 tier 4 medals. There's no guarantee of anything, guys. So if you decide to pull, you will either be very happy or you'll be very disappointed. There is no in between. There's not going to be like, okay, I pulled 5 times, I got one of the Ursulas. I was hoping to guilt her, but whatever, there is no guarantee at all. So the fact that people are saying, oh, the rates have been increased, maybe they have. We don't know because Square Enix is not communicating with us. There is no information anywhere on Square Enix's website, on here, anywhere that can say that Square Enix, we don't even know what the rates are normally. And a lot of other games do give you that. They give you the odds. Even the lottery gives you the odds. If you guys have ever played the lottery, you know that you have a 1 in 13 million, a chance or whatever, to be able to win the lottery or something. I forget. I haven't played the lottery in so long. But there's an odd, there's a chance. You have odds of 1 in 200,000, 1 in 20,000, 1 in 100, whatever, of winning something in the lottery or whatever. In this case, we have no clue. We don't know if the odds are 1 in 100 or 1 in 1,000 or 1 in a million to pull Ursula. We also don't know if Square Enix has messed with their algorithm or coded their algorithm that if you've pulled between 1 in 100 times, you have a higher chance of getting Ursula, or if you've pulled over 1,000 medals, you have a higher chance. We don't know. We don't know anything of what they're doing. There is no communication on their side, guys. So there's nothing concrete here. So if we say, oh, the odds are better or the rates have been increased, show me proof. There's no proof. There's absolutely no proof at all in anything. So yeah, I mean, so that's the thing about the rates. Then, so when people start talking about the rates, or it's time to pull because the pulls are so much better. Well, I'd like you to talk to a lot of people in our Discord and a lot of people in our community who have pulled many times and they haven't gotten a single thing. Try and tell someone who's pulled a bunch of times that the rates have increased. Equally, I could pull 5 times, 10 times, and I can get nothing, or I could get an Ursula in every single time. So I'm not going to talk about the rates. I'm not going to tell you guys, oh, this is the time to pull because they've increased chances or the odds, because unless they actually tell us, hey, the odds used to be 1 in 100 and now they're 1 in 50, then there's no concrete evidence of anything. Okay. Last thing I'm going to talk about. First question, am I going to pull? Yes, I am. I am going to pull. There's 2 reasons why I'm going to pull. First off, I said I was going to pull a while back. And second reason is I came to the decision today. I actually took a walk and I was thinking, you know what? This is what I do, guys. This is my job. I want to create content, and I can't create content if I don't have something to do. So what I really need is a guilting campaign. We really need a guilting campaign because I'm going to have to start guilting stuff, and you all know it's going to be horrible. You all know I'm going to get just horrible guilts. But you know what? It is what it is. I may have to guilt some medals, and we may get horrible guilts, but if I need it for the space, I'll do it. But I'm going to pull because I want to be able to attempt a high score challenge. I want to see what I can do with it. I want to be able to try and get I want to try and get high up in the high score challenge. That is going to depend incredibly on if I get any of those two medals. If I get the KeyArt medal or if I get Ursula. If I don't get any of them, chances are I'm not going to get very far at all. But we don't know. We're going to see. Again, that's going to be pure luck or whatever. I'm probably going to be doing my pulls probably Saturday afternoon during the stream. I am having some really bad issues right now with my internet. I don't know what's going on. I'm actually trying to stream right now, and many people can't even watch because my stream is just going up and down like crazy. So if my internet's not working, I'll just record. I'll record my pulls and I'll upload my video. I don't know. But yeah. For me personally, I'm going to pull. I am going to pull because I want to try and get a high score challenge. I want to try and get these medals. And this is the last thing that I'm going to say. I know a lot of people are going to ask me, should I pull? And my main answer has always been, if you have to ask me if you should pull, then you probably shouldn't pull, because I don't know what your medal setup is. I don't know what your situation is in your keyblades. I don't know what medals you need or what medals you don't need. So if you're having to ask me or ask anyone, hey, should I pull right now? No, you should pull because you know you need to pull, because you want to pull, because you need one of these medals, or you need the medals that are in the high score challenge. And what I will say to close about these medals is, if you've been playing for a while and you have a lot of medals, these medals are not going to help you. Because, for example, and this is something a lot of people have been saying, why are you going to pull for Ursula when you have Moana? Ursula and Moana do the same thing. Ursula hits a lot harder though. What does KeyArt do again? KeyArt lowers defense. Okay, KeyArt does the same thing as Illustrator Xi'an or HD Axle, and I have an HD Axle. So why would you need it? You would need it because you want them gilded, and that's the difference in the game now. And that's the difference in the game with like the high score challenge medals too. That SDGB medal, beautiful medal, but if you want to be competitive at this point in the game, if you want to continue pushing, if you want to be in the top ranks, not even the top ranks, but if you just want to be able to accomplish everything that the game is throwing at you now, you have to have these medals gilded. These medals right here, if you're going to be pulling for them, it's great if you have one. But they're not going to make... She does have a really... I really do like her smile. I do. I kind of do like her smile. She does look really funny. Oh, she's got Triton's. Triton's Triton. I didn't notice that. So anyway, okay. If you have Moana already, if you have Moana and you're going to be pulling once or twice and hope to get one Ursula, you're probably better off. I mean, she's still great and she's going to do some damage. But you're probably better off using Moana, because Moana is going to be an AoE and she hits pretty hard, and your Moana is going to be gilded if you have her. So Moana is better, unless you're able to gild Ursula, unless you're able to gild KeyArt, unless you're able to gild the SCGB, KeyArt 3. I mean, so that's the point where we are at the game right now, where you're either all in, or you're gonna you know what? Here we go. This is the perfect way I can explain it to you guys. You can either be playing like DUJ2 from a couple of months ago, or you can play like DUJ2 now. DUJ2 from a couple of months ago would have pulled Justin and just would have been happy with one of these, and then it would have just stayed in his... Well, let's take a look. Let's take a look at what DUJ2 from a couple of months ago did. This is what DUJ2 from a couple of months ago did. DUJ2 from a couple of months ago did not go all out and get a gilded Jafar Genie. Do I use my Jafar Genie? No, I don't. DUJ2 from a couple of months ago did not get really serious about this game and try really hard and try, to be competitive and do everything. And what did he end up with? He ended up with a Maleficent with without guilting. And have I used her? No, I don't use her. Apart from like JNS and a couple and Rex, the other medals from the high score challenges I just haven't gotten. And then there's DUJ2 from last month. DUJ2 from last month can guilt Ariel and Flounders. Why? Because he spent quite a bit of money on the World of Final Fantasy medals, which have helped me now. But even though I didn't get a Sora, that DUJ2 spent 17 hours one day and 14 hours the other day trying like crazy to figure out how to do the high score challenge to be able to guilt these medals. So that's the difference. If you want to be like that DUJ2, go watch my videos from a couple months ago. You're going to see how I approach these. And I would approach them like, you know what? I got one. I'm happy. But then I would never use them. The medals would just sit in my storage, and they wouldn't get used because I couldn't use them. I had other medals that were slightly better, or they're a lot better, and they wouldn't ever make it to my Keyblades. So I'm going to pull. I'm thinking right now I'm either going to pull 5 times or 10 times. Probably 5 times because I have no room and they still haven't given us any room. I'm probably going to go through and sell a bunch of my skills. I'm going to go through, reroll a couple of these Donalds. I'm going to go through and just try and clean up a lot of these medals that I don't really need. And like this one here, I can just roll into another one. So I'm going to try and clean up and make as much room as I can. I doubt very much I can make 100 spots. If I can make 100 spots, I'll do 10 pulls, maybe tomorrow. If I can't, I'll do 5, and we'll see where we are. And then I'm going to keep tackling the high score challenge. I want to see where I can go with the high score challenge. I want to see if I can push myself and go. And again, as I've told you guys, these jewels that I have here, it's because these jewels are very very nice actually, because last month, usually all the money, all the income that I make from YouTube, which is not a lot, it's a couple $100 normally, I buy jewels with it. And why? Because I reinvest what I make off YouTube into YouTube. I want to make more videos. I want to make more content. So this is the main game I play. So what I've decided is I'm going to take the income from YouTube and I'm going to buy jewels with it. And that's what I'm going to pull and I'm going to do. So I have these jewels for February. I'm not wanting to use all of them, but chances are that I am going to end up using a big chunk of them. And also we need to remember that there's probably going to be an avatar board or 2 avatar boards coming near the end of the month. So it's a good idea to save like 5,000 jewels for that. Anyway, I'm going to clean up, see how much space I can make. I may even guilt the Sebastian and see and then save a couple of rerolls. And we'll go from there. And I'm going to see just exactly what I can do in this game. I think I've become too dependent on waiting for the guilting campaigns, and I'm just going to have to bite the bullet, especially on medals I'm never going to use, and I'm just going to have to do it. And then just save like the very, very special medals that I really don't want to touch yet for the guilting campaigns. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. I just wanted to have this Let's Talk. I wanted to explain to you guys where I'm coming from, what I've been thinking about, and how I want to play this game. And as I made a video a couple months ago saying I'm going to be much more competitive in this game, I want to try. This is part of it. You know, this is part of trying in this game. And I know some people disagree with me, and I know some people agree with me, and that's fine. I'm going to keep doing what makes me happy. And I encourage you guys to do the same too. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. As always, I am DUJ2. This has been Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key, a quite long talk, a let's talk about the current Epic Metal Carnival. We talked about the fact that there's no mercy. We talked about what it means that these Epic Metal Carnivals connect to the High Score Challenge. We talked about the rates and how I feel about that. And finally, if I'm going to pull, my reasons for pulling and my recommendation for you guys. So thank you very much, and I will see you guys. I'll see you guys later. See ya.